Scorpio, pause everything. Because the message you're about to receive, it wasn't made for the world, it was made for you. Right now, something extraordinary is unfolding in the cosmos, and you, yes you, are at the center of it. For years, you've sensed it. You've felt numbers chase you down, appearing on clocks, receipts, dreams, and addresses. Maybe you thought it was coincidence. Maybe you ignored it. But deep down, you knew. There was a message waiting to be revealed. And today, that message is here. Scorpio, the universe has just released 5 powerful numbers, coded with wealth, transformation, and spiritual awakening. These aren't just lucky numbers, they are cosmic activators. Each one is a secret frequency that aligns with your soul's unique blueprint. And here's the shocking truth. If you truly understand and work with these numbers, they hold the power to turn you into a millionaire within 12 years. Why 12? Because Scorpio is ruled by cycles. Cycles of endings and rebirth. And in the next 12 years, your life could shift so dramatically, so completely, that even you won't recognize who you've become. But this isn't for the faint-hearted. This message is only for Scorpios who are ready to step into their full potential. For the ones who are done settling. For the ones who know deep in their bones that they were meant for more. In this video, you'll discover 5 sacred numbers revealed directly by the universe. How each number influences your wealth journey. What to do when these numbers start showing up in your daily life. Real-life Scorpio success stories that prove this isn't fantasy, it's alignment. But before we begin, understand this. This isn't a prediction. This is a prophecy. These numbers won't work just because you hear them. They'll only unlock when you take action, when you show the universe that you're ready, when you stop wishing and start walking your path. So if you've ever said to yourself, I know I'm meant for something bigger, I feel like I'm on the edge of a breakthrough, I just need a sign, this is your sign, right here, right now. Don't skip, don't scroll, because every second of this video contains a message that could alter the next 12 years of your life. Stay until the end. There's something you must not miss, something hidden in the final number that completes your transformation. And once you hear it, there's no going back. Scorpio, this is not a coincidence. This is your calling. Let's begin. Lucky number 1, 11. The portal of power, 500 words. Scorpio, listen carefully, because what you're about to hear could change the way you view your entire future. The number 11 isn't just a number, it's a cosmic doorway, a divine nudge, a whisper from the universe telling you, your transformation begins now. Why does this matter to you? Because you, Scorpio, are the zodiac sign of rebirth, power, and hidden truth. And 11 is the number of spiritual mastery, a double-digit vibration that stands tall, bold, and illuminated like 2 pillars on either side of a sacred gate. 11 is known as the master number. It's not soft. It's not for the faint-hearted. It's a calling, a responsibility, a sign that you were chosen to walk a path few dare to walk. When you begin seeing 1111 on clocks, receipts, signs, even in your dreams, it's not a coincidence. It's a cosmic alert. The veil is thinning, the energies are aligning, and a secret door to abundance is opening just for you. Why is 11 your first lucky number? Because it aligns perfectly with your soul mission. 11 activates your psychic powers, helping you sense opportunities before others can see them. 11 brings divine downloads, visionary ideas that could become million-dollar empires if you trust your gut. 11 clears illusions, especially in money, business, and relationships, so you don't get tricked by false promises. Scorpio, you're not meant to follow the crowd. You're meant to lead from the shadows with strategy, intuition, and unmatched depth. 11 is your reminder that you already know what others are still trying to figure out. But here's the key. You must engage with this number consciously. Speak it out loud when you set goals. Light a gold or red candle and say 11 3 times while visualizing a door opening to your future. Write the number 11 in your manifestation journal, especially during new moons and full moons. And when you see 11:11 on the clock, pause, breathe, set an intention. Because in that moment, the veil is thin and the universe is listening. Over the next 12 years, 11 will become your personal compass. It will guide you through uncertainty, unlock secret pathways, and bring people into your life who are aligned with your millionaire timeline. Remember, some people wait their whole lives for a sign, but you just got yours. Scorpio, the number 11 is your portal. Will you walk through it, or will you ignore the knock at your destiny's door? The clock is ticking, and your ascension has already begun. Lucky number 2, 4, the foundation of fortune, Scorpio. Let's take a deep breath and ground ourselves, because your next lucky number isn't about flash, fame, or sudden windfalls. It's about structure, security, and legacy. And that number is 4. Now, many people overlook the number 4. It's not loud. It doesn't scream opportunity. But that's because 4 doesn't need to scream. It builds, quietly, steadily, powerfully. And Scorpio, after all the chaos you've lived through, this is exactly the energy your soul is craving. Think back over the past few years. Hasn't it felt like everything was shifting? Money flowed in, then disappeared. Relationships were tested. Career paths turned to dead ends. You've seen the collapse. You've lived the breakdowns. But now, the number 4 arrives like an architect with a blueprint. It says, enough of the storm. Let's build the castle. 4 brings long-term wealth through grounded actions. It encourages savings, real estate investments, and consistent income streams. It stabilizes your emotional relationship with money, turning fear into trust. Scorpio, this number wants you to slow down and strategize, to stop chasing and start creating solid systems. This isn't about sudden millions. It's about smart moves that compound over time. Start that emergency fund, even if it's just $20 a week. Build your second stream of income. Use your skills, your voice, your intuition. Think about property, land, or any physical asset you can nurture. Because here's the secret. Over the next 12 years, every small, consistent step you take under the vibration of 4 becomes a brick in your fortune tower. Spiritually, 4 grounds your intense Scorpio energy. You are emotional. You feel deeply. But 4 teaches you that discipline is divine. It whispers, yes, you can fly, but first, build your wings. Let me tell you about Aisha, a Scorpio who saw 444 every time she thought of quitting her 9-to-5 job. She was scared, but one night she followed her intuition. She left, started a small side hustle from her kitchen. 12 months later, that quiet, small idea became a 6-figure empire. That's the energy of 4. It's not a lottery win. It's a foundation that carries you through every season, every challenge, every storm. If you're seeing 444 or 444 repeatedly, listen. The universe is asking, are you ready to create something unshakable? Scorpio, you've had your time in the fire. Now it's time to build your fortune, brick by brick. And when the storms return, you'll be standing tall in a castle made of everything you built with heart, strategy, and soul. Lucky number 3, 8, the money magnet, Scorpio. Take a deep breath, because your third lucky number is the most potent of them all. It's bold, it's karmic, it's transformative. That number is 8. And this number doesn't knock softly. It kicks down the door and demands that you rise. 8 is the number of infinite wealth, the kind that doesn't just fill your pockets, but reshapes your identity. It's the number of power, rebirth, and unshakable magnetism. In astrology, the 8th house belongs to you, Scorpio. And guess what? The number 8 rules that house. This is your arena, where money meets mystery, and power is born through transformation. 8 governs shared finances, business empires, and long-term investments. It speaks the language of legacies, royalties, and inheritance. It honors those who've been burned and chose to rise anyway. But here's the truth about 8. It does not reward laziness. It will not respond to desperation. It only honors those who face their shadows and come out stronger. This number demands that you clean your money karma, cut ties with jobs that drain your energy, walk away from partnerships that keep you small, release old beliefs that say you don't deserve wealth. Scorpio, the moment you align with 8, something shifts. You stop chasing money, you attract it. You become a magnet because your vibration rises to match the wealth that's waiting for you. Try this. Write the number 8 on your mirror every morning. Carry it in your wallet on a small piece of gold paper. Meditate on it during new moons while visualizing a life of abundance flowing through you. And when doubt creeps in, remember Julian's story. He was a Scorpio, laid off unexpectedly. Instead of spiraling, he started meditating with the number 8 for 21 days. By day 15, he had a vision. A new business built on his terms. He began freelancing, then consulting, and eventually launched his own digital agency. By year 3, he had a 12-person team and $2.3 million in contracts. Not by accident, not by luck, by alignment. Scorpio, 8 is not gentle. It's the number of CEOs. It's the number of silent power. It's the vibration of those who refuse to stay broken. If you're seeing 8, 88, or 888, know this. The universe is preparing to hand you great responsibility and even greater rewards. But you must be clear. You must be ready. And above all, you must own your power. This number doesn't just bring money, it brings destiny. So ask yourself, are you still begging for wealth? Or are you ready to become the force that commands it? Because with the number 8, Scorpio, you're not just earning money, you're becoming it. Lucky number 4. 2. The mirror of money, Scorpio. You are known for your power, your intensity, your fierce independence. You protect your energy. You don't trust easily. And when it comes to your goals, you prefer to go it alone because you've learned the hard way that not everyone deserves access to your journey. But the number 2 is here to challenge that. It's not loud like 8. It's not foundational like 4. At first glance, it feels gentle, even passive. But don't be fooled. 2 is quiet power. It's the number of harmony, intuition, and aligned partnership. And for you, Scorpio, it's the number that unlocks a truth you've ignored for too long. You don't always have to do it all by yourself. The number 2 brings the energy of receiving. And let's be honest, you're amazing at giving. You pour into others, you protect, you build. But when it comes to receiving help, blessings, or even praise, you hesitate. The number 2 asks you to open your heart to divine support, to lean into collaboration instead of control, to trust your intuitive nudges, especially when it comes to people and opportunities. When you begin working with 2, your wealth frequency changes. You start to notice that money comes from unexpected directions. A random phone call reconnects you with someone offering a new opportunity. A friend tells you about a partnership that turns into passive income. A chance meeting leads to a client, a connection, or even an investor. It's not magic, it's alignment. Scorpio, you are a natural powerhouse. But true wealth isn't just about domination, it's about magnetism. It's about knowing when to lead and when to receive. The number 2 teaches soft power, the kind that doesn't force, doesn't chase, but still attracts with precision. Think about this. Would the ocean be powerful without the moon? Number. It's the quiet pull of the moon, representing the number 2, that commands the tides. That's what you're stepping into now. Use this number intentionally. Set intentions under the full moon while focusing on partnership and flow. Meditate on trust, openness, and collaboration. Write 2 in silver ink when you journal about future business or personal alliances. The results, Scorpio. You begin to receive without resistance, without guilt, without fear that something will go wrong. Because wealth isn't only about hustle, it's also about who you allow into your orbit. So if you've been seeing 222 or 222 lately, pay attention. The universe is showing you your mirror, and in it, you'll find not only your reflection, but your receiving power. You don't have to carry everything alone anymore. Let the number 2 guide you to the partnerships that will help build your empire. Lucky number 5. 9. The completion code. Scorpio, take a breath. Because your final lucky number isn't just about money, it's about liberation. The number 9 is here to complete the cycle, and no other number fits your soul more perfectly. You, Scorpio, are the zodiac sign of death and rebirth. You know how to burn down what no longer serves you and rise from the ashes stronger, wiser, and more powerful. You don't fear endings, you embody them. That's why 9 is your divine key. 9 is the number of completion, spiritual ascension, and karmic release. It shows up when the universe is preparing to upgrade your entire life. But first, something must fall away. 9 ends the cycle of lack and scarcity. 9 cuts karmic cords, especially around money, worth, and emotional debts. 9 opens the floodgates for spiritual and material wealth, once you surrender. But here's the truth, Scorpio. Letting go is never easy. It hurts. It's uncomfortable. You mourn people, jobs, identities, even when you know they're not aligned anymore. But 9 doesn't bring loss for the sake of pain. It brings endings to make space for the life you're truly meant to live. You might leave a job that no longer values you. You might walk away from someone who dims your light. You might shed a belief that kept you small for years. And when you do, that's when the magic begins. Let me tell you about Deja, a Scorpio who had been stuck in a draining relationship for years. On September 9th, she finally said, "No more." Within days, she started seeing 999 everywhere. License plates, receipts, random texts. Instead of panicking, she listened. She leaned into the energy of release. 2 months later, she launched a digital product she'd been procrastinating on and made $20,000 in a single weekend. Scorpio, when you see the number 9, celebrate, because something you no longer need is exiting, and something divine is entering. Here's how to work with it. Write the number 9 in gold ink on your journal during full moons. Whisper 9 when burning away fears, limiting beliefs, or attachments. Donate to someone in need, even a small amount. This activates wealth through energetic release. 9 teaches you this sacred truth. You don't manifest by holding tighter. You manifest by letting go. When your hands are full of old pain, old roles, old fears, there's no room for the universe to give you more. But when you release, you create a vacuum for miracles. Scorpio, the number 9 is your final lucky number. But it's also your beginning. This is your completion code, your signal that it's time to shed the old skin and welcome your wealth rebirth. Let go, clear space, and get ready, because the real blessings are just beginning. Scorpio, if you've made it this far, then you weren't just watching a video. You were answering a cosmic calling. The 5 lucky numbers you've just discovered, 11, 4, 8, 2, and 9, aren't here by accident. They were whispered into the universe for you, not for the masses, not for the skeptics, but for the Scorpios who are finally ready to unlock their millionaire timeline. Because this isn't just about money, it's about alignment. It's about remembering who you are and activating the spiritual forces already inside you. Let's take a moment to feel what each number gave you. 11 opened a divine portal, a gateway to power, vision, and intuitive mastery. It reminded you that you are not here to follow, you are here to lead. 4 gave you your foundation, a blueprint to build wealth that lasts. It called you to take practical steps that will quietly compound into a legacy. 8 lit the fire of karmic wealth. It awakened the CEO inside of you, the version of you that doesn't beg, doesn't chase, but commands. 2 softened your edges. It showed you that abundance flows not just from independence, but from divine connection. It taught you how to receive. 9 gave you closure. It helped you release what's blocking your wealth. It said, let go and make room for miracles. Now here's the truth. You can watch this and do nothing. You can scroll to the next thing and forget every number you just heard. You can tell yourself, maybe someday, or you can claim this moment. Because if you do, this won't just be a video you watched, it will be the day your entire vibration changed. The day you took a deep breath and said, I'm ready to build, I'm ready to receive, I'm ready to become a magnet for the wealth the universe has already assigned to me. So comment now, I claim these numbers. I am aligned with wealth. My 12-year transformation begins today. Engage, declare, lock it in with energy. Because the more you interact with this frequency, the deeper it roots into your future. And Scorpio, this is just the beginning. Each of these numbers will continue to appear in your life, on clocks, receipts, license plates, and dreams. Don't ignore them. Next time you see 1111, 222, or 888, smile. The universe is talking to you again. Rewatch this video weekly. Journal your experiences with each number. Set small goals aligned with their meanings. And above all, trust your power. Because your path to becoming a millionaire in 12 years has officially begun. This isn't hope, it's prophecy. And Scorpio, you're ready.